Welcome to UA High, the prestigious school that's turned out some of the world's greatest heroes. I'm running toward my dream in these halls, learning to overcome obstacles and save people with a smile on my face. That's how I'll become the greatest hero in the world. The provisional licensing exam is upon us.
All right. For the 100 of you who passed the first test, please turn your attention to the screen.
It's the test arena.
What happens next?
Wait, does that mean...
There's only one more round to the exam. Your goal is simple. Undertake rescue exercises and save the bystanders who are trapped in these disaster sites.
Save the what now?
Bystanders. We learned about them in class, remember? They're people at a disaster scene.
It can also simply refer to innocent citizens on the street.
Use this time to show us how you will carry out successful rescue procedures once you receive your provisional licenses. Treat this as though it were the real thing.
Rescuing.
On the screen. Huh? Little kids and old people?
That's so dangerous! Why are they here?
These specialists have been trained as professional persons in need of rescue. They're very popular. Introducing the Help Us Company, also known as HUP for short.
So they're basically actors, I guess?
It's the kind of job you never think about.
But a necessary one in our world, since they support our hero training.
The HUP bystanders have dressed up like injured victims and will be located throughout the disaster site. We'll be judging how well you keep them safe as you go about your mission. Oh, by the way, we'll be scoring you on a point system. If you have more points than the benchmark at the time the exercise comes to an end, then you pass the exam. We'll start in 10 minutes. Take care of any necessary preparations now.
This looks familiar. It's like Camino Ward. I wonder if they based it off that.
It's true that the situations are similar. But our only goal then was to rescue Bakugo from the villains. We let the pros handle search and recovery. And you'll recall, there were many casualties.
Not this time.
Guys, you gotta listen to this story. It's pretty juicy.
What's the rating?
Triple X.
Go on.
That fox in the bodysuit from Shiketsu, the one over there.
Yeah? If you're just gonna say she's hot, that's obvious. I've had my eyes on her since the moment we crossed paths.
But get this. I saw her hiding in the rocks with Midoriya, buck naked.
Midoriya! What were you doing while the rest of us were just trying to stay alive, you bastard?
This entire test, nothing but a joke for you!
Guys, cool it! What's going on?
Don't play stupid with us! What devious things were you doing with that uber hottie? casual greeting exchange between a man and woman whose sexual relationship has advanced several bases!
Just how plus ultra did you end up going with her?
Now I get it. Zero talked. Listen, guys, whatever he told you is wrong. It was a side effect of her quirk. Actually, I had no idea what was happening and almost failed the test.
But you did see her naked?
Well, sorta.
Don't you lie to us!
Why is she still waving at you?
Give us details, Midoriya, I beg you! I told you nothing weird went down!
Oh, hey, it's Shiketsu.
Bakugo,
What?
I think you met Shishikura in a test, my classmate with the flesh-molding power.
So much hair. Yeah, I took him out.
I thought so. I'm guessing he may have acted rudely or perhaps offended you. He has a tendency to try and push his own values onto others. He probably couldn't help it in your case, since you're pretty famous. I apologize for him. I'd like to build a good relationship between our schools.
I guess he wants to be friends.
So he says. But the way they were fighting, it didn't seem that way.
A good relationship. But then there's that guy.
Anyway, that's it.
Hey, you with the collar. Did I offend you somehow?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? Well, the thing is, son of Endeavor, I just can't help but hate both of you. You've changed a little bit since the first time our paths crossed. But you definitely still have your father's eyes.
Something wrong, Yoarashi?
Nope, not a thing, sir!
My father's eyes?
Todoroki.
See you out there.
Sure!
See you out there? What is that supposed to mean?
You're an insatiable.
I told you it's not what you think! That girl is actually super scary!
Please, you're acting disgracefully. This test isn't over. You need to focus.
Just look at her!
Have you even begun to strategize?
I don't like this. Why do I feel so flustered? I was fine when I was fighting earlier. But now...
Villains have performed a large-scale terrorist attack spanning all of insert city name here. Since most buildings collapsed, there are many injured.
Guess that's a background story.
So then,
We're starting.
Due to heavily damaged roads, the first responders have unfortunately been delayed for the time being.
What is with these rooms?
Until emergency services arrive, the heroes in the area will lead the rescue efforts. Your task is to save as many people as you can and help the injured. And with that, begin!
Saving lives is the greatest ambition a hero can have.
We have to do this properly and succeed!
He mentioned points, but he didn't say anything about how we'd actually be scored.
Since we're in the dark, all we can do is follow our training.
Come on, come on, come on, let's do this!
Let's start by heading to the closest urban area. We'll work as a team as much as possible.
Right!
you're going on your own again?
Why are you damn extras always following me? We just wanna...
Right, so, try to get this over quickly for me, yeah?
Rescue exercises.
Even though this is just a test, it feels pretty real.
Stay alert! Be careful of falling debris and explosions.
What's wrong, Midoriya?
I hear someone!
Help me, please! Look, there he is! My grandpa! He's been crushed! I think he's hurt!
Oh no! This looks bad! Where is he?
This looks bad? That points off your score! The first thing you should do is see how bad my injuries are and if I can walk. I'm breathing kind of weird too, aren't I? And didn't you even notice that I'm bleeding from the head? People with hero licenses should be able to judge a victim's condition in an instant!
Are the members of Huck the ones who are gonna be scoring us?
Your gross lack of training is all too apparent right now. You better shape up and pay attention, newbies!
All right, let's rope this area off as a hazard zone. No, that's not enough. Think about it. This whole area is unstable.
I'll clear a path and make a helicopter landing spot. Watch out!
Shiketsu
Zenitsu High, second year, Nagamasa Mora. His quirk, Extendo Hair. He can grow all the hair on his body and manipulate it at will. The only bad thing is how easily it gets tangled.
That was awesome, Mora! You're amazing!
Here's the first aid station!
There's a lot of space. We can make part of this an evacuation zone. Good.
I'll be in charge of triage. Leave the setup to me.
When it comes to saving innocent lives, experience really does make a difference.
You're not just here to provide aid. Until the police and firefighters show up, you need to exercise authority and make sure this goes off smoothly. Think of the victims here. They must be terrified. There are many aspects of being a hero, but take note. There is one thing to keep in mind above all else. Anyone who needs rescuing is having the worst day of their lives. And the first thing you said was, "This looks bad"? Seriously?
Fear not, citizens! Hope has arrived! Because I am here!
I've got to get it together. I need to do my best. Passing this test and getting my license aren't just things I have to do to succeed at school. They're essential if I'm going to become a real hero. The kind I want to be. Steps toward achieving my dream. Hey, it's fine.
Over there!
Don't you worry. We'll definitely save him. I can carry this boy to the first aid station myself. You guys, go on without me.
All right.
Let's do this!
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Is that your only line? You're terrible at this.
I'll save you. I promise I will.
Shut up!
This buzz in my chest. What am I doing?
Is it because you like him?
It's love! I've got to push these feelings down. Deku is giving his all to reach his goal. No room for anything else. I don't want to change that.
You've got a crush on someone, right? So do I. And I bet you also want to be exactly like that special person, huh?
I'll put these feelings away. I'll focus on working just as hard as he does. And reach my dream!
It's been 10 minutes since we started. Everyone's doing well for the most part, but there's still a ways to go. What's a test without a few surprises? I hope they didn't think things would be straightforward.
Inasa Yoarashi, a Shiketsu first year! My hero name is Gale Force! Rescue exercises get me pumped up! You're gonna be safe with me!
Inasa! Wind, eh? Seems like a sloppy approach at first. But in reality, he's manipulating countless airstreams to adapt to all the people and debris he's moving. His subtle control is unbelievable. But it's still reckless! Minus points!
You shouldn't move anyone or anything unless you've checked on the condition of the injured. You can make things worse.
Of course! I apologize!
Hey, Kami ran off again. What's her deal lately?
Are you all right?
The quality of one's training is most apparent in their initial response to a situation. Take Inasa. He petitioned to take the test even though it's normally reserved for second-year students and was strong enough to be accepted. He even passed the first round. However, he's acting far too impatient. His lack of experience is obvious.
You realize you're sitting in a stance because you're the one who failed, right, Shishikura?
Yes, I am aware.
Just checking. You should use this as a chance to analyze what went wrong. Reflect on your bad influences.
What do you mean?
Seems to me you've taken Stain's words to heart.
Me? Influenced by a villain? Absurd!
No, it's not. Listen, what he taught wasn't necessarily all bad. Between Stain's fundamentalist ideas and All Might's retirement, there are many who wish to reform the role that heroes play in society. That's just fine. But if negativity and hate take over, like they did for you during the first round of the exam, they can impair your judgment and keep you from your potential.
There's someone in here.
but they're not responding when I yell. It's way too dark for me to see.
I can at least check their pulse and breathing.
I'll make some room for treatment.
They're so good at this.
Everyone, we should be moving quickly as well. This old man's conscious. He needs help.
It hurts. What are you waiting for?
He's trapped by debris. I'll float it away.
Poor girl. She's gonna lose points that way.
Please, wait a moment. Look at the way the walls have collapsed around him. Right now, the structure is balanced precariously like an intricate puzzle. Everything will topple if we're careless with our movements. We have to do this strategically.
Now I see. You're right.
First, let's use a support beam to prop up this wall. It'll take some time to get everything into place, though.
No worries, you can leave that to us.
How's that for a brace?
I've reinforced the wall, too.
Now then, your turn.
Move the debris that doesn't affect the structure and make a path. On it.
It's not perfect, but it's not a horrible plan either. When there's a large-scale disaster, there are never enough rescuers to help those in need of saving. That means the work should be as fast and efficient as possible. If someone tries to do everything themselves, they'll lose time in the long run. What's important is being realistic about what your own quirk can and can't do, and then figuring out how you can divide the labor with the other heroes. Focusing on your role during a test where you're trying to stand out takes courage. It's something you can only do if you really understand the situation. But there is still a lot of wasted effort here. If they keep going like this, we won't be able to grant them licenses.
This isn't good. We're just standing around and watching.
Several people already went off on their own. Unlike in the first round, we may need to split up for this one. We could move in smaller groups.
In that case, I'll be of much more help if I head to the river.
I'll join you.
Me too.
Guys, work together?
Cool beans!
Sure.
Yo, Coda, can you use animals to look for people who need rescuing?
I'll keep my eyes open. Mineta, will you help me?
Sure thing.
Good. Depending on the situation, we should also work together with other schools. That's how we'll save lives.
Right! Did you say it was too dark in there? Allow my twinkling to save the day.
Perfect. Thanks.
That's a shocker. I didn't think you'd be the first to help. But then, you do love that pose.
Yayorozu, we'll disperse across the field and get to work.
Roger that.
I think his right leg is broken. Zero, tape him up.
I got him.
All right, Jiro. Look for the next person in need of rescue. I'm on it. Give me a sec.
Help! Someone!
My arm hurts pretty bad.
Mine too! Save us! Shut up! Save yourselves, you whiners!
Man, you've got to work on your rescue style.
He might be really hurt. We can't just leave him here.
Wait, we are supposed to be low-priority victims with only minor injuries.
So you think that he figured it out? And that's why he told us to go off on our own?
You're kidding me. They took it in a way that made it sound okay?
We'll get you two somewhere safe.
Yeah.
His tone was wildly inappropriate. Minus points.
What the hell did you say?
I hear a voice. Coming from over there.
Excellent. I'll go first to check on the conditions of those who need to be rescued.
Sounds good.
Even if this weren't a test, I would still reach out to save those looking for help. Because I'm sure that's what my brother Tensei would have done.
Let's head to the mountain zone. There should be animals over there.
Smart! Then Koda can use his quirk. Todoroki, Tsuyu, over there!
Help! I can't swim!
I'll be right there.
We might need to warm the boy up. Let's gather firewood.
Leave it to me!
They're almost to a safe space, don't you worry. There are so many.
You there. Let me see that boy.
Yeah, of course. His head got hurt somehow. He's bleeding quite a bit, but his wounds don't look very deep. He responds to questions clearly.
He should be fine. Take him to the space over there on the right.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
In the short time until emergency responders arrive, heroes must act alone, helping the victims and performing first aid. Once the professionals show up, the transition should be seamless.
How goes it?
Let's see. During their initial response, there was some poor judgment. But the points taken off by Huck members are still pretty minimal. The students are doing better than expected. Less incompetence than usual, I would say.
Wonderful. But in order to protect citizens in need, heroes must multitask. They can't just rescue. They must adapt.
What happened?
We're gonna die!
Explosions?
What? Wait, could this be?
A villain has completed another large-scale attack.
Everyone, this is part of the exam!
You think so?
That means...
Hey, look!
Tell me, wannabe heroes. Can you rescue people and fight at the same time?
That's Gang Orca!
During the Search and Destroy mission against the League of Villains, Gang Orca fought alongside Endeavor and Bastionist. He's a strong pro, currently ranked number 10. Impressive. He's also ranked 3rd in the list of heroes who look as though they should be villains. The terrorists have appeared and are beginning to sweep the area. Hero candidates at the scene should continue their rescue efforts while also suppressing the newly arrived villains.
We're gonna have to save people and battle?
Are you serious? Jeez, come on! Aren't they expecting too much from us?
Even for a pro, this would be difficult. They're going a little far, I'd say.
Now, how will you react? Will you fight or protect? Help or run away? What would a hero do?
歩くほどに靴底が汚れてくそんな風に僕らの魂もすり減れば陰ってしまうよそんな時に思い出して君が諦められない理由を救ったはずが救われたっけ握ったつもりが握られたってあまねく旅路に光あれ強さや弱さでは語れないぜ立ち向かうその一歩ずつが君の勇敢さの勝利だった叫ぶために息を吸うように高く飛ぶために助走があって笑うために僕らは泣いたそれを敗北とは言わない Long haul failure
I am here for the preview! Next week will be a special, completely original episode. Why? For fun! Next time on My Hero Academia, save the world with love. Go beyond plus ultra!